right, let's get that all-important weather update with meteorologist Julie Durda. She's standing by with how the skies are looking. Julie, what we said, a cold front's coming?
It's great after yesterday's record heat, right, Jules?
Right, we tied record highs West Palm Beach, Broward, and Miami-Dade. So today when we're talking about highs in the lower 80s, you're gonna be like, oh, this is nice. We're gonna get back to where we should be this time of year with these temperatures. It's just gonna take some time because the cold front's still to the north of us. We're slowly seeing a subtle change in the wind direction. Temperatures at least definitely more comfortable than yesterday. Yesterday this time, do you remember? I brought it to you live right here. It was 77 degrees in Miami as well as Fort Lauderdale. That's warm. As of right now, low 70s and mid to upper 60s. So the temperatures have dropped. The winds are starting to make that shift, a very subtle shift, but just enough that it'll bring us drier, less humid conditions. As for temperatures, 3 to 7 degrees more comfortable now. But since there's still moisture content in place at the lower levels as we are waiting for the front, especially over southern Miami-Dade, we do have visibility issues of less than a mile in Homestead. As for temperatures, the front does clear, brings in that north breeze, and highs only reaching the lower 80s. More on all this. I've got it coming up.
Alrighty, this accident is still active. South Florida is 634, and this accident right here, you can really pretty much only see flashing lights, but you are down to one lane on the turnpike going northbound near Southwest 137th Avenue. You can see the cars are moving, but it is causing some really heavy backup. Let me show you what that looks like on your maps. Right here, you can see all of that red right there. This is typically very congested at this hour. And on top of that, now you have an accident as well. So give yourself lots of time. As you saw, you are down to one lane. Otherwise, you can take US 1. It looks good for you as well. A little further north, my friends, here, you still have lots of congestion going southbound in this area. As you approach Davie Boulevard, you can see all of that red right there. It was just a small pocket earlier and it has grown. So moving 7 miles per hour is what you are seeing. You can take US 1. You can also take 441. That's a good option for you as well if you don't want to sit in all of this. If you do take those southbound lanes on 95 as part of your commute, I definitely recommend giving yourself lots of time. The turnpike, depending on where you're coming from, might be a good option for you as well. The Palmetto Expressway going southbound right here. You guys are looking at 32 to 31 minutes to get you where you need to go. Things are moving a little bit slower now. These numbers have definitely gone up as the morning has progressed. I will check in with these numbers and with everything else with you again in a few.
All right, Annaliese, thank you.
Question. The answer is we have that front moving through, which you're right. It did bring snow to the northeast of the United States, as far south as like the Ohio Valley. But what we're dealing with is the low-lying cloud deck with the leading edge of the front. So while it doesn't look pretty, gosh, it's going to feel nice. Once the front does clear, we'll have that north breeze. It'll be refreshing, and we won't be talking about record highs like what we did yesterday. So again, those clouds really are warranted, and we want that to happen. It's the transition into the cold front moving through our area. We do have a little bit more low-level moisture in place, so we are seeing our temperatures in the lower 70s, but really it's over southern Miami-Dade where the moisture content is completely saturated. We dealt with some patchy fog for the last couple hours, but visibility is improving. As for temperatures, mid to upper 60s in southern Miami-Dade, those 70s in Miami and Fort Lauderdale. Winds starting to take that transition into the northwest, and that northwesterly wind out of that west component is drier. It's less humid compared to the previous days where we had more of an ocean breeze. Temperatures 3 to 8 degrees cooler than yesterday. Dew points again are at or near the air temperature closer to southern Miami-Dade, but visibility has improved. As it gets head to the bus stop this morning, yes, you'll notice those clouds, very limited precipitation, but you'll also notice it'll be cooler and less drier when you're picking them up from school today. More on this coming up.
Good morning, South Florida. We are going to take a look at your roads. It's 7:02, and I'm happy to inform you that the accident that you had on the turnpike going northbound near Southwest 137th Avenue has since cleared. You can see here your northbound lanes are moving much smoother. Your southbound lanes have looked good all morning long, but those northbound lanes had a lot of congestion. Let's take you over to your maps. Things starting to get a little busy here. Golden Glades Interchange starting to get a little congested. Julia Tuttle also seeing some slight delays here. You still have delays up here because of some construction, but it is starting to clear. This is 95 going southbound as you approach Broward Boulevard. Something to be aware of if you're heading out the door. You can take 441 if you'd like to avoid it. But the good news is it does appear to be clearing up. Your northbound lanes in this area look good. Let's take you over here. Drive times. Those of you who take the Dolphin Expressway, things look good for you so far. Pretty average, 28 to 11 minutes to get you where you need to go.
Okay, we do begin with
8:32 is the time. We it is a much cooler start this morning after we saw some record highs yesterday, Julie.
Yeah, and tomorrow's going to be even cooler.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing 60s on this map. We haven't seen that in a couple days, actually, since last week, because we had that warming trend over the weekend, and we had those showers that developed Sunday. And then since then, we've continued the warming trend till this front clears, which right now it's making its way through our area. We have slightly more comfortable conditions just because the winds are subtly moving in just a little bit from the northwest. That subtle change in the wind direction just plays a big part in the temperatures. So right now, anywhere between 5 to 7 mile-per-hour winds. Nothing too terrible and nothing too strong, but at least our temperatures are reflecting that shift in the wind direction, 4 to 7 degrees more comfortable. Visibility still at 3 miles in Homestead. We still have the atmosphere moisture in place because remember, the front has not cleared, and that's why we have those clouds around too. But by the afternoon, we'll be slightly more comfortable, cooler, as highs only reach the low 80s and less humid. A lot more in your forecast coming up in just a bit.
Alrighty, South Florida, taking a look at your roads right here. I am showing you I-75 going southbound. That is where you are seeing that bumper to bumper there in your express lanes. Your regular lanes also experiencing some delays in those right lanes. There you can see other things are moving smoothly for you, especially your northbound lanes. Let's take you to your maps and a little closer to why you guys are experiencing those delays. You do have an accident in your express lanes going southbound on 75. It is the ramp to the Palmetto Expressway where you are experiencing those delays. So you see all that red right there. That is what's causing that. You can take the turnpike if you'd like to get around this. You can also take Northwest 57th Avenue. It might be a good option for you as well, depending where you're coming from. Let's take a look right here. You have another accident going northbound. This is in your express lanes of I-95. Going northbound at Northwest 95th Street, you do still have lots of red right there. Your express lanes are still down to 1 lane. Your regular lanes also experiencing some delays, but it's definitely a better option than getting stuck down to just 1 lane in those express lanes. If you want to avoid this altogether, 441 is a good option for you. Let's take you over here, the Palmetto Expressway. Numbers still pretty high for you here if you're going southbound, 45 to 44 minutes to get you where you need to go. Be safe.
Now at 8:30, affect your visit, and these so many great exhibits and displays out there.
We want to go outside.
Yes, we want to go outside. It's beautiful, and we even got to go to an event, you and I, yesterday. It's great to see so many people coming to our beautiful and flourishing city, and these displays are out of this world. So let's get you over to the weather wall and talk a little bit more about it. So look at this gorgeous display. This is called the Library of Us. Absolutely beautiful to see out towards Faena on Miami Beach, and it shows all of these wonderful messages across the screen and all of these books all on this infinity pool. Absolutely gorgeous shot right here. So we want to go ahead and toss over to these graphics now too, because we want to make sure that you're planning out for this. Remember, there's a ton of traffic, but at least we do have a weaker front that's going to help drop these dew points. So things should start to feel a little bit better as we head into the second half of this week. So take a look. This is exactly where we're looking at. Art Basel, look at it. It's rotating here. We got all your 3D elements for you. We could see, though, as we head into this weekend, things really start to improve. As those dew points drop, that means we're going to be a little less humid, temperatures into the 80s, and 0% chances for rain throughout this weekend, which is good. As we head into early next week, though, that starts to change. We do see that, of course, a stray shower possible, but I really am happy to say that the humidity should come down as we head into the next 48 hours, which is wonderful news. But more on everything else locally. Of course, we want to talk about our local forecasts too. So I have Julie Durda with me and everyone else in the room. But of course, we're going to help you plan out everything you need to know, navigate you through the roads, and also throughout the weather all throughout this week, especially as we have Art Basel here in town.